thanks to everyone who came down yesterday to my new meetup, the confidence coaching meetup. I absolutely loved it. I had a great time, and I've been putting this off for quite a long time myself because I had quite a lot of anxiety and I was quite nervous. I had quite a lot of fear about starting the group again. And the reason why I was nervous is because I did so many of these groups back in the day, and they were very successful. And it's sort of, I had so many good memories. I didn't really want to revisit that feeling. But now I've done it. Like all fears, when you overcome it, you beat it. You overcome it, you enjoy it. And of course, what's so good for me is that the main focus is not me. So I can put my own selfish needs aside and help other people. And I always realize, I keep forgetting, so I'm only human, but that's when I'm at my most happiest. Two things that make me most happy in life, obviously, other than the obvious things, my family. Three things is training, boxing, and fitness. If I'm not doing that regularly, I'm not going to be happy in my life. My mental health isn't going to be great. Facing my fears in all areas of my life, that means everything. Smallest fears to the biggest fears, financial things, anxieties, traveling. If I ain't doing all those things regularly, I don't feel right. And thirdly, the most important one is if I'm not being more kind and I'm not helping people and teaching, and that includes both, that includes me getting paid very well, making money, and also doing a big part of, a big part of the work for free, which I do. So the YouTube videos are free for everyone else. Obviously, it's not free for me. I have to put my own money into it, which I don't regret. And when I do the live streams, when I answer questions, I do, many times I speak to people on email or voice message to help them out. I don't charge them. And when I do the events in London, this new meetup group that I want you guys to join, their groups are free. It's full of value. I feel great when I do it. I know it's the right thing to do. I believe in God, and so all those things. So today I want to give you guys the opportunity to ask me any questions. For those of you that couldn't make the event, I'm going to invite you guys to join this new group, tell you what it's about, who it's for, what you can expect. Sorry there, just trying to. Right, I'm going to open my laptop so I can answer questions because it's not easy on the phone. Right, so I'm going to tell you guys what you can expect at the event. Yeah, just give me a few minutes, guys, right? I'll wait for your questions. I keep saying the same thing, but as I said before, I've got to use the laptop and the phone because the phone is great quality. The laptop isn't great quality, but I can answer the questions using the laptop because on the phone, it's difficult having to keep pressing this button, reading questions. So it just makes life easier. So that's why I'm looking this way and looking that way, in case you're wondering. How's everyone's day go today? I had one of my best 2 days in a row. Yesterday at the event, it was so good just to meet people in person. I've said it before, you can't beat meeting people in person. And I know today so many people, not just on this channel, people have got so much social anxiety around meeting people in person. And it's no surprise to me because people spend too much time on social media where I balance my time out. So whenever I come on this thing, I've already done a lot of socializing. I've been down the gym. I've been in the gym for 3 hours today. I had a great time. I've been out with friends recently, met up with friends. I've been teaching, public speaking at the event. I've been traveling, dating. I was, with my dad the other week speaking. So I do a lot of socializing now, and that's why my mental health has improved dramatically, and that's why I keep explaining on the video. But listen, I understand it's really hard for people today, especially men, to motivate themselves to come out the house, get off the machines and go to an event or go and see their friends and family. Really challenging. I never thought I'd see this day from the generation that I grew up in, where it's so weird how things have changed. You know, obviously there's lots of positives, but there's negatives, where to the point where people can't meet in person anymore. It's really scary. Back when I was a bit younger, it was the opposite. You know, we stayed out all day. You were always with your friends. Probably why there was less mental health problems back then, because you're together, you know, and you have better relationships. Anyway, so I wanted to make a point of that. And I always say this, and I mean it from my heart. Well done to everyone that came. I always say that. One of the first things I'll say if you come to my event, I'll say hello and nice to meet you. But I'll always say to you, well done. I really respect you for having the courage to face your fear today, because in the times we're living in, what would have been normal years ago, we wouldn't even considered fear an issue or anxiety, even though of course fear's always been around. But today it's a big deal for men of all ages, of all backgrounds. It doesn't matter what you do, what your profession is, because of the you know, the whole sort of resistance around people not seeming to can't get themselves to go to an event to meet in person. So I appreciate everyone who came. There was one guy that came yesterday, and I just loved him for this. I really respected him, and I told him. And the guy was really nervous, very anxious, but he had the courage to come. And he was so brave, you know. He was fighting the anxiety. He was stuttering, stammering, and I just admired the courage, because I know how he feels. I've been through that, and I can see how much courage that took him, you know. And it's not a competition, but he's outdone a lot of people that couldn't make the event. I just want to make a point of saying, right, people online that say horrible things, it won't get to me, because number one, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I'm Christian. I believe in God, and what I've been through in my life, I've had the highest of highs of success. Achieved all my goals before 30, and I've had some of the most horriblest lows. So anybody that says nasty things about mental health or section in hospitals, you clearly are an evil person. And I can only pray for you, because the pain and the darkness that you must be in to say things like that to a person, I can only imagine. So listen, I generally mean it. I say a prayer to Jesus Christ for anyone who is attacking other people for doing good. Not just me, anyone, because it's always all talk. These people that say these things, they're only brave behind a machine, but they never come to events, and you can only pray for them. And that's one of the things I want to inspire a lot of people on this channel. All the people I meet, most people on this channel are lovely people. They're really good people. And I thought about this the other day. And this is just a fact. All the clients I work with that do my, I'm not a fan of the word, but it's true, my high ticket coaching, they're lovely people. They're kind, they're honest people, they're good people. They're the sort of people that I like being around, and I love helping. They appreciate me and I appreciate them. And lots of good people out there are scared to start businesses because they're scared of people throwing hate at them and trolling. And I understand that, because I used to have that fear. I don't have that fear anymore, because I believe in God, and because I've grown up from a council state in a rough environment where, you know, violence and things like that were a common occurrence, and I got bullied and I overcame bullying. So the boxing videos that I put out, I can speak for myself and any people. They give me the courage and the confidence to not fear trolls. Don't fear them at all. I don't feel anything. And because I've had a lot of success in my life, and I've had a lot of mental health struggles and anxiety, depression, I've been through all challenges, I've been in a mental hospital, I've come back from that, and I'm really well again. It's such a small thing. It doesn't affect me. It's like a chihuahua biting on your lace. It doesn't bother me. I'm not afraid of them. And I know how scared they are. That's why they hide behind these things. So, but I understand how they could be feeling, because it is hard when you're struggling. There's a lot of anger today amongst men and people in general, because of it's a challenging world that we're living in. But there are many positives. So anybody out there that is afraid to start a business because you fear trolls or someone hating you, take up martial arts, learn boxing. You won't be afraid of anyone. You won't be afraid of people, and you'll be a nice person. You know, you won't want to be a bully or anything. That's great, man. Good to see you, Fred Vlogs. Good to hear from you. I'm glad that you're doing well, man. Like I've said before, it's nice to speak to people on the stream that I've met in person. Well, I've said it to you before, and I've said to everyone on this channel, you know, you're not going to find fulfillment in just dating a lot of women. I'm not here to preach on people, but I'm here to tell the truth, teach and share what I found to be true. That's not going to be enough. I think the only fulfillment in my experience is having a relationship with one woman, and that where you have a close relationship, and that's not enough either. You've got to have a purpose in your life. When I did the group yesterday, there were lots of questions around how to be better with women, more confident, and I answered them, and I said to the guys, some people don't want to hear it, which is fine, some people appreciate it. I said, you've got to have purpose in your life. It was a great conversation yesterday we had, and guys were challenging me and asking me, well, what is purpose? How do I find it? I said, well, every man's got a purpose. It's just that a lot of men don't believe that they've got a purpose because of their insecurities. But if you search for it, you'll figure it out. And it doesn't have to be, you know, it can be, it's personal to each and every individual. 100%, you know, if you're not happy and you don't love yourself, then, you know, no amount of women is going to feel that pain. But listen, it doesn't mean you can't be happy being in love, because I was the happiest man when I was in love, you know, and I'm falling in love again. I've met someone and I'm very happy, but that's because I live my purpose. My purpose is coaching and helping men to overcome anxiety and, you know, and simple things as well. So that's a big part of my teaching. So yeah, anybody who wants to start businesses or make YouTube videos, in a way, trolls play a very important role, very, very important role, because I was having a conversation with a friend the other day on WhatsApp. He didn't know this about my journey. I was telling him he didn't know this. I'm happy to share it. When I first started my business, there was a forum in London, kind of where guys went for dating and stuff. And anyway, not all the guys on there, but lots of them started throwing hate at me. They didn't like me. They felt threatened by me because my teaching was about honesty, and it wasn't all of the, you know, the tricks and the lines. And they didn't like me for that. And they felt whatever they felt, jealousy, and they were threatening me, saying that they were going to do this to me, they were going to do that to me, and I don't know who they were. It was people on machines. In the end, I met some of these people in London, and I confronted a whole group of them on my own, to see what they had to say in person. And you know, and I mean this from my heart. I remember telling my girlfriend, it actually made me want to cry when I saw how weak they were and how insecure they were, and the fact that if I wanted to, I could have physically taken care of them very easily, but I wouldn't do that. I'm not a bully. I'm better than that. So obviously, you know, they were very nice to me in person, and they apologized, and I forgave them, and I hanged out with one of the guys, had a coffee with him, just guys that were lost, really. And I've been lost in my life at times. So, you know, it made me understand trolls a bit more, you know, and a lot of it was they wanted my validation. They were hurt, they were angry. I can understand that. I understand that. So it really helped me to get past it. And later on, and I mean this, they helped me to make a lot of money. They helped me to help a lot of people and make other people money. It's not just about money, they're making a point, because they marketed me for free. When they started saying bad things about me online, people would say, well, who's this guy, Johnny Berber? Let me check him out. And some people would say, actually, I really like this guy. Some people liked me, some didn't. Didn't really matter. And they spreaded my platform, and I got more views and I made more money. So when you think about it, and they helped me overcome the fear of trolls. So they did me the biggest favor that anyone could ever do me, because obviously it's a lovely feeling being loved, and I'm well grateful. It's a nice feeling. We're human, let's be honest. But, you know, being loved and everyone liking you and agreeing with you at times, in the short run it's great. In the long run, that can damage you. So I went through that experience. So I'm just used to it. You just get immune to it. I don't even react to it. So that's how I conquered the fear of online hate or trolls. It's a strong faith in Jesus Christ. It's how I grew up in a rough area where people physically came in person to rob you with knives. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't scare me. And I know that these people can't do nothing in person. They don't have the courage. Any man who makes threats and says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you're this behind a keyboard, is never going to do it in person. Strong men don't do that. They don't bark. If they're going to do something, they're going to do it, and they're not going to announce it. So I know the psychology of trolls. I understand, and I find it funny. But I still pray for forgiveness from. It's not always easy, but that is part of believing in God and being a Christian. Is you do have to sometimes pray for people all the time. You're meant to, who attack you and ridicule you and stuff like that. It's just part of success. It's a compliment. I'm getting these things because I'm successful, because I'm brave, because I've got a good heart. And because I'm able to be vulnerable and I help a lot of people. So that's a compliment. I say that to my clients when I'm doing my business coaching. One of the biggest things you've got to overcome is not just your fears about money or being good enough to help people or what people think about you, but when you start getting online trolling, that's a sign that you're succeeding. Because the role of a troll is to try to put fear in you, hurt you, put pain on you, threaten you, and stop you doing what you're doing. It's demons in people. So when you understand that, when you understand spiritual warfare, which I do, and when you understand the mindset of a weak person, which I do, and a bully, which I do, you're not afraid of it. We only fear what we don't really understand. And I'm not saying this to be big-headed, because my message is about love. I don't like bullies. I've been bullied. But when you learn self-defense and you're physically strong and you're mentally strong, which I am, you're not afraid of someone trying to be physical or threat, especially when they're never going to do it. And I've been in a boxing ring, so there's no fear at all. I have no fear of them. I just don't have any fear. That's due to what I've been through, what I've grown through, and having a strong network of strong men around me, of good people, and good women as well, new good people. So, but listen, I'm a person of forgiveness as well. So any of the trolls that hate, they're welcome to come to my events, and I'm gonna treat them with respect and integrity, the way that I expected to people, to treat me. So I'm not afraid of it at all. Actually, more feel sorry for them, really do. Okay, well, I'm gonna get some questions now. Hold on a sec, guys. Sorry that. So I'm gonna give you the link for this meetup that I'm running. It's called Jonathan's Confidence Coaching Meetup for Men in London, and it's all about helping men to build confidence in all areas of life and helping them improve mental health. And it's an in-person group where you get support and you can be yourself as long as you respect everyone. It's these are about 2 hours long. We do a social after. It's a great way of connecting with people. It's the best thing out there for getting over social anxiety. It's just life-changing, and it's simple. It's a place to talk. It really is. Really is a blessing. I'm pleased that they let me host my. Obviously, they run a business. I pay them, which is fine. Okay, one thing. It's free. These it's free. So what I've done is now I've left a link. You should see a link. You should see a link below this video. Right, so I've left the link. If you click the link on Meetup, you can join Meetup. It's free, and you'll see when I'm running events. I'm running another event on Wednesday. I believe it's next Wednesday at 6 o'clock. It's 2 hours. So these groups are always free, and it's great. Like-minded people come along. Some people come along from this community, and you get new people coming from different parts of London, which I like. So for any of you out there that have got social anxiety and you want to overcome it and you want to have real connections, this would be a great place to come. The great thing about this platform is I don't need to push it or force it, because people already come anyway, but I'm letting you guys know so that you are available. I met a guy that's been following me on this channel for a long time. Great guy. We had a great conversation. He's had a boxing match. He's been traveling. I had a lot in common with him. I appreciate him. He follows this channel, so that was great. Well, that's not true, because we were there at 1 p.m. So you didn't find it. That's not true. No one was there. We was in a big group. Listen, there's a lot of people that don't come on time, and I'm big on timekeeping. So, you know, if you're not going to be able to show up on time, then there's no point coming. You know, you have to have in life. If you haven't got manners and you can't be on time, I'm not just speaking to this gentleman, and you don't have your proper name, mate. I mean, what's your name? Who are you? I don't even know who you are. I was there at 20 to 1, so it's not true. Either you got there and you couldn't see people. We was in a big group. I waited there. I got there at 20 to 1. I always get on time, and there was a big group of us. There was like 14 of us. So if you can't find the group, then I just don't know what to say. If you really are being honest and sincere, then come to the next group. But stop complaining and moaning. I always find that people that moan and complain, they purposely do these things. They almost don't want to show up. But yeah, the reason why I love these events, because it always attracts good people. I always find that, you know, you're never going to get negative people coming because, or trolls, because to be quite honest, they don't have the courage to come. They won't come in person and meet people. And as I said, that's fine. So the gentleman that I spoke to yesterday, who's a long follower of this channel, he was saying to me that he loves the boxing videos. He's got a lot out of them, which is why I've been putting them up. So I put some new videos up today because I was in the gym for about 3 hours. Absolutely loved it. If you guys start training boxing, it's going to give you so much confidence. You know, you don't have to have fights. You don't have to be a boxer, but just get the gloves on and go and hit the punch bag, go and work out. It really does give you confidence. Quite a lot of people on this channel are fearful of bullying because they've been bullied before. So one of the great films to watch from the 80s, still a great film, is The Karate Kid 1. Because that film really outlines and shows you how weak bullies and trolls are, and how, you know, Daniel-san, the character in it, has got the great mentor, Mr. Miyagi, how he overcomes bullying with honesty, with love, with, you know, courage, and how he rises and obviously defeats the bad guy in the end, Johnny from the Cobra Kai's. Powerful films that have got a lot of truth in it. And like I said to you before, what I found with all bullies, when you stand up to them, they fall apart with fear. There's no backbone. They're very weak people, and they bully because they're insecure. They don't feel good enough, and they're in pain, and they enjoy putting pain on other people, and then they feel bad about it after. So again, anybody out there who wants to start a business has got a positive message. Don't let bullies and trolls stop you, because if you let them stop you, then they're going to control your destiny. And just know this, right? This gives you strength. All successful people experience criticism, trolling, and it's not because they're not successful, it's because they're successful. And the best way to deal with it, love, forgiveness. I personally, I respect everyone's faith. I pray to Jesus, so I don't respond in an angry way, which I won't. My character's better than that. And pray for them, and just keep focusing on helping the good people, because there's always more good people to help than there are negative people. Trolls and negative people, they're only a small group of people who shout loud behind keyboards and make threats, but they never do anything. I've never met a man in my life who made lots of threats and then done something. Never. It's always the guy that doesn't say much. That's the dangerous person to watch out for. So talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words, in the context of what I'm talking about today, which is how to overcome the fear of trolling and bullying. And that's not just about, that goes for standing up for fear. And that's how I built a lot of confidence and courage, because I dealt with bullies many times in my life. And when I took up boxing, you learn boxing and martial arts so that you don't have to fight. You don't really get into fights. I don't get into fights anymore because of the confidence and the mindset and the tools. So, of course, when you're successful and you're brave, weak men who choose to be weak are going to be jealous because you're doing something that they don't have the courage to do. So I knew when I became successful, and I'm becoming more successful now, I knew that a lot of people would be jealous. I knew that was a fact. And it's either you accept that or you don't accept it, and then you don't go and be successful. So it's part of the journey of all, good people, spiritual warriors. Remember, the man in the arena will always be criticized by cowards. Always. That's been the story of mankind. So don't see it as a negative. See it as another victory to be won, like I said. And it breaks trolls when they see that they can't break you, that you're unbreakable because you believe in Jesus, you believe in God, and you're doing good things and you're in a good place. And you also have forgiveness for them, because any man who can't forgive and who hates is a weak person. It's not a strong place to be, and there's no humility. And at some point, life will humble you. Mike Tyson is right when he said, if you're not humble in life, then God will humble you. And I've been through that. There's times where I wasn't humble because I made mistakes, and I was humbled. A big part of that humbling was achieving success in what we call this world, appreciating it, some of me not appreciating it, and having a mental breakdown, losing everything. And that's the best thing that ever happened to me, because it made me appreciate life. It made me stronger, and I knew I would come back because of my faith, my mindset, and here I am. And my message is to share the second part of my story, which is to say to men, you can overcome mental health problems, anxiety, depression. I've done it, and I'm no different to you. I did it with faith, determination, and boxing, and setting goals. And now I'm back teaching, running a business, making money, dating a wonderful woman. I've got a good relationship with my family. I've got good friends. Of course, no one's life's perfect, but it's really great. And I'm here now to share the second part of my story, and obviously to help men to have confidence with women in life, etc. So I know my message is being heard to many men, and some of you, which is totally fine, you won't comment. I understand. Some people don't have the courage to comment. They want to remain anonymous. I understand that. But you're watching, you're getting inspired, and the truth of my words and my experience and my own heart is reaching a lot of men. And God's given me more courage to speak out more on a subject that is so important to me. It's been important. It's been important in my heart for my whole life, and that's anxiety disorders. What do I think of cognitive behavioral therapy? I think it's one of the good therapies. I know a bit about it. I think it's decent, yeah. But I think the best therapy, which probably is similar to cognitive behavioral therapy, is what I teach, and that's exposure therapy, and that's facing your fear. It's very simple, but obviously it's challenging for all of us. And that's why I put the videos out and teach and explain that. The more you face fear, the more you get used to it, and then the more you enjoy it. And I love living my life that way, and that's my passion. That's really what my teaching is about. It's very simple. My teaching is to teach men how to face fears in life, whatever the fears are. It doesn't have to be specific, whether it's the fear of asking a woman out, whether it's the fear of taking up boxing, whether it's the fear of starting a business. Fear's fear, really. It's just learning to, handle your fear in different situations. Once you really get used to it, it gets easier, and then you enjoy it, and it makes life worth living. What's the best way to get over workplace anxiety? That's a really good question. I'll give you 3 bits of advice and even maybe more. I know you're probably not going to do it. I'm not having a go at you because it takes time for people. I'd say number 1 is to take up martial arts or boxing, because that gives you the tools to manage anxiety in the workplace and self-esteem, which is important. That's number 1. Number 2 is to change the way that you view your anxiety at work. Instead of hating it and dreading it and being ashamed of it and embarrassed, see it as an opportunity to grow. This is what I learned from a good friend and mentor, Jeff Thompson. I learned that when Jeff mentored me, and through learning from him. Change your perception of your fears, and then you feel different about it. Number 3, I would say that you have to have a purpose in life, have a long-term goal, whatever that may be. That could be anything that makes you happy. So if you do those 3, you'll notice that your anxiety at work would have lessened. My client Philip, who is doing my 1-year program, he had anxiety at work months ago. He doesn't have it anymore because he worked on his life, and I helped him. I played a part. He still went out and did it. So those 3 things there, you can't go wrong if you do them. They're going to give you everything that you need right now to improve it. But of course, you've got to be patient. You've got to work hard. I've said it before. Getting over anxiety, any fear or anxiety, is a full-time job. You can't expect to put in part-time hours and then get disappointed when you're not getting the results. If you want full-time results, then you've got to put full-time hours in. It really is important. I also think sometimes that people are getting lots of anxiety at work because they're in the wrong jobs. And I mean that respectfully. I'm pretty certain there's millions, thousands of people around, people on this channel, and that's why I started my business coaching, to help people that want to leave their jobs that they don't enjoy and set their own business up. Because I know for me, when I was doing different jobs, which I'm grateful that I'd done them, because I learned many things from each one, but I wasn't happy in the jobs. I was having awful anxiety. When I look back now, some of it was due to my social anxiety at the time, but most of it was because I was doing a job that I didn't enjoy, and I didn't really want to be there, and I knew that wasn't my purpose in life. And when I eventually found my purpose, which is what I'm doing now, and I've been doing for the last 11 years, obviously I've had some breaks within those 11 years due to my own challenges and mental health, but nonetheless, that's when it felt right, and I love what I do. I appreciate it. That's what I mean. That's why I love what I do, and trolling and criticism doesn't affect me, doesn't get into my heart, because good people like you allow me to help you, and I help you, and you give me the wonderful gift. I feel great because I help you. It's reciprocal, and that's what makes it worth it. And that's the true saying. When they say, when you find something that you love doing, you love it so much that you do it for free, but you do it so well that people will pay you. and I mean this respectfully, right? And I know you guys will get this. And if I'm not respectful, well, God will soon show me how to be the right way. That's why I get paid lots of money and I attract business from all around the world, because I did something from my heart and I was willing to do it for free, and I did do it for free. I did thousands of hours for free, and I don't regret any of it. It's a great feeling. And eventually, off the back of that, people pay you. And I've learned that about sales. I've learned about people, and I will share this with you guys to help anyone make more money. When you're genuine and you generally help people from your heart, people trust you, they love you, they like you, and they will want to pay you. It's the same for me. That's why I work with Jeff Thompson, because I knew that he was such a good person. He had a good heart, and he gave me so much stuff for free online, so much value, that I wanted to pay him. Like I wanted to give him money. So it was money well spent, and all my friends that are in business are the same. So I know it might sound contradictory, because some people will say, well, you can't do everything for free, and of course not, because you've got to make a living. But you have to understand the principle. When you do it from your heart and you help people and you're genuine and you don't have some hidden agenda, people feel it, they sense it, and they're so overwhelmed and grateful for the value that you've given them. At some point, maybe not them, other people will pay you. And that's how I've always attracted the best business and best clients and made the most amount of money when I'm not expecting anything, but I'm just doing my job and enjoying it. And I'm in that place again, thank God, right? So that's another great deep lesson on business, because I get guys asking me questions all the time, and I love it I love it. It's flattering when they say, how did you build your business? How did you do it? How did you get to the point you are now? And these are some of the principles that I learned. And I would say a good business model out there, and I know there's a lot of people out there on this channel like me that have got good hearts, and they might be a bit conflicted with money like I was, because they're good people and they don't want to feel like they're greedy or they're just doing things for money. Split your business into two ways, how I do it. So one part of your business is paid, which it should be, because you deserve it for your skills. People have got to pay you for your product, your services. One part of it, right? Let's say, for example, let's say 50% of your business is people got to pay you, but the other 50% is the charitable part, which is free. So all the videos I do on YouTube are free. I don't charge, they're free. The live streams are free. The events that I do, the meetup groups that are 2 hours, I could charge from if I want, but I make them free. The Instagram, it's a lot of free stuff that I do. A lot of my time, I don't get paid for it, but I do it because I love it. It's the right thing to do. I believe that's what God wants us to do. That's how I was brought up. It feels good, it feels right, and it makes you a better person. And it's weird, because the more you do things for free, the more you make money later on anyway, the more that you attract the money, like I said, because I'm no different. So I've only got to think about, well, how am I when it comes to buying things? Would I go and work with someone and pay them a lot of money if I didn't trust them? I wouldn't do it. If I could see that they weren't genuine, would I pay them? Nope. If I felt if they weren't helping me, giving me some value, or being honest, they don't have to be perfect, would I pay them? I wouldn't pay them. So the kind of person that I would pay is someone who is a good person, who's honest. That doesn't mean perfect. None of us are perfect, but being honest doesn't mean you're perfect, but they're a good person. I'll pay them. And that's why I've had paid mentors, several paid mentors. So that's a real great lesson on business. That's just getting straight to the point. That's more powerful, what I shared with you guys, than any strategy. Strategy has its place, but if you don't have the right foundation and the right ethics, then your business ain't going to last. That's why my business has lasted so long. Even when I weren't working and I was unwell, because obviously I had a mental health problem, I was still getting people messaging me saying, I want to do business. I need coaching, offering me money. I had to turn it down. I couldn't work at the time But that showed me the power of building a good foundation and good relationships. And I'm getting clients now coming back that I coached 5-6 years ago. Why? Because I treated them well. I was honest. I helped them, and I have a good relationship, and they trust me. So they come back and work with me again. Maybe rather than someone else who might be better than me, might be more confident than me, might have a better business. But it's the trust, it's the relationship. So that's another important thing about business. Is that's why I say I'm not into quick fixes. I'm not into tricking people. That's not my MO. That's not how I was brought up. So the values are very powerful. And let's go back to the boxing. What's boxing got to do with what I'm talking about? So everything. Boxing makes you a strong person. You have to be a strong person to practice these values and these principles, and it will do that. So from my heart, I want to help a lot of people on this channel who want to make more money the right way, the good way, and they want to build businesses. And that's why I started business coaching, because I've got 11 years experience, and I built a successful business from scratch with no financial backing. No, don't come from rich parents. I had £200 in my account when I started my business, and I built it up. And I was earning between 5 to 10 grand a month at its best, sometimes more, sometimes less. And that's from nothing. No business education, no investors. That's the power of courage and heart and belief, and having a good purpose in life. So that's why I started business coaching. And my client Philip now, he's did my 1-year business coaching program, which is £10,000. It's a big investment, and he's already attracted 3 paid clients. He's getting more clients. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what I teach works. So if any of you are interested, I'll make more videos on it. And of course, if you're interested in my paid services, then send me an email. I'll get back to you, and we'll do a Zoom call, see if I can help you. But you could save yourself, because for those of you that want to learn how to build a coaching business, then it's going to cost you £10,000. That's my fee. But if you want to save £10,000, you don't need to do my coaching and pay me that money. I gave it to you for free today. But the big question is, have you got the courage to apply the wisdom that I've shared with you, which is free on the stream? Anyone can use it, but it takes hard work, courage, resilience, and the right ethics and the right values. And if you've got the courage to apply it, then you don't need to pay me. You don't need to do my business coaching. You can go and do it yourself. But the likelihood is most people, unfortunately, I wish I could be proven wrong, they're not going to have the courage and the strength to do it on their own. They're going to need someone to help them. But yeah, there was a lesson on that. But yeah, I just want to say thanks again. I had such a good time yesterday. I had such a good time. Yeah, just lovely people yesterday. So, like I said, click the link below. I'm going to be running events once a month, maybe even more. The next event is on next Wednesday. It's going to be 2 hours for free. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have coffee, and I'm going to be. It's on the meetup. You can see it. I'm going to be helping you to build confidence with women at this talk. I'm going to be doing different talks. So yeah, how to gain confidence with women. And we're going to have a coffee and a social. So yeah, guys, the idea is if you watch my boxing videos enough, you should get impatient and think, right, I don't just want to watch someone on a YouTube video, I want to go and do it. And that's the idea. I love boxing, I'm passionate about it. It's something that I enjoy doing. It's a hobby of mine and it changed my life. So my goal is to continue to put the videos up to educate men on how they can improve their mental health and get past their anxiety, build confidence. Listen, boxing builds confidence. It teaches you how to face things in life. It teaches you not to fear pretty much anything, most things. And it gets you fit. You know, I'm in great shape. You guys would be surprised if I took my shirt off, which I'm not going to do now, at the shape I'm in, because of boxing, because of dieting and weight training. And that's another one of my little secrets. I'll share it now. I've always liked to combine boxing. I learnt this from Bruce Lee and other people, my own experience. I like to combine boxing with weight training and cardiovascular. So cardio plus boxing plus adding some weight training, exercises, bodybuilding and diet takes you to another level, because you're getting the best of three worlds. You're getting the cardio, you're getting the weight training, the bodybuilding, the boxing. It just makes you fit as a fiddle. So I put the videos out and I have fun as well. I enjoy it, I have fun. I don't take it too serious, but I take it serious too. So when you watch the videos, friend was saying yesterday, Frank, he loves my videos because he's done boxing, he appreciates it, and he can feel the positive energy from the videos. You can feel it. You get a sense of the atmosphere, it comes across. And I'm the same. I love watching, I've always loved watching Mayweather on the bag, Pacquiao, you know, all the boxers. I'll watch anyone, even an amateur, even someone that I don't know. If I see someone passionate hitting the bag, as soon as I watch it, I respect the person, just have a love and a respect for them, and it makes me want to go to the gym. So I know that the psychology of most men is when we see another man living a good life, taking action, immediately we think in our own psyche, I want to do that. And you can do it. And hopefully you will do it and you'll follow it through, see where it will take you. So yeah, I had a cracking time today in the gym. That's why I'm really relaxed at the moment. It's a bit challenging to speak, so I feel so peaceful and calm. I agree with David Goggins. He said the most time he feels peaceful, and this is what I found to be true, is when he's just challenged himself, gone to the gym, done a marathon run, faced his fear, gone on a podcast, done a public talk. I always feel so peaceful when I've just come back from the arena and I've just faced fear, anxiety, when I've taught, when I've done public speaking, or you know, when trolls have attacked me online, I feel peaceful after, because I'm facing fear. You get such a buzz out of it, and spiritually inside you feel great, and that's a deep spiritual truth. I think deep down a lot of men know. For those that don't know, well, now you do know. Go and try it. So if you want more peace in your life, less stress, less anxiety, you want to feel the way that all of us want to feel, you go and do a boxing session and listen to any boxer, they all say it. That's great. You've been studying the runners as motivation. That's what I love what you're doing. That's fantastic. I haven't really got to say any more on that. That's great what you were doing. That's what I want to see on this channel. More people training, because anyone who has a mental health problem or an anxiety disorder, or just in general, everyone should be doing some exercise every week. I'm not forcing it on people, because without it, it's very hard to be happy. And living in the world that we live in these big cities, well, you know, it's quite a stressful, it is a stressful world, that's a fact. You need training, you need some sort of exercise, whatever it may be. And obviously some people, boxing won't resonate with them, that's fine. But you've got to find exercises that will resonate with you. And you can do that. It doesn't have to be boxing. You know, some people, MMA, that would be just as powerful, or karate, or running. Running especially, one of the best exercises out there. So these are all the things that I've done to come back from the mental health breakdown, which is the best thing that ever happened to me. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, and some people might think that's strange, because it's given me so much strength. So boxing, business, helping people, making money, public speaking, YouTube, dieting, being around good people, working on yourself, dating, family, traveling. These are all the things I've done. Obviously over time, and they've changed me. They've made me confident again, and they helped me to give confidence in other people. I said this at the talk yesterday. People liked it, and I liked it. If you want to gain more confidence, then you've got to give other people confidence. One of the quickest ways to increase your self-esteem is to give other people confidence. How do you give people confidence? How can anyone do it? The quickest, most effective way is to be kind. And it takes confidence to be kind. That's one of the reasons why trolls, they have so much hatred in them that they don't have the confidence to be kind. And that's why they're in that place. The way to come out of that space for any troll or critic or angry person listening is to start to be kind to other people. And then you're kind to yourself. And then your confidence will start to increase. You get stronger. So of course we're not going to be strong in anger and fear. You're going to be weakened like that. That's a character of a weak man. To become a strong man, you're going to become strong in love, in kindness. And boxing, surprisingly, although it's a physical sport, helps you to be kinder. That's why, so many boxers like Tyson Fury, Mike Tyson, all boxers, most of them are kind people. Chris Eubank, they're gentlemen, they're very kind, because boxing toughens them up, but it softens the heart. It makes you strong in the right way. It makes you strong in love as a man, not strong in insecurity and fear. That's beautiful, man. Sorry, YouTube's hid your first comment. I don't know why it done that. It's because, oh sorry, I thought you said you had 2 kids. Sorry, I misread that. I'm just going to advise you guys, right? Because I've noticed if you start swearing, I know people swear. I swear from time to time, right? I don't like swearing all the time. But when you swear, for some reason, YouTube starts to block the comments. I've noticed sometimes when you guys are commenting, it blocks the comment out, and that's because there's too much swearing. So try and tone the swearing down, because we're not down the pub and we're not in person. Have a bit more manners, and then your comment won't get blocked and I can read it. I swear from time to time, but I try and minimize it because it doesn't make you feel great. Especially when you're asking me questions, it's just kind of bad effort. It's bad manners. It's not great. Yeah, boxing will give you more confidence to get a girlfriend. I get that question a lot from men. So it's a great goal. And how do I get a girlfriend? And I wish everyone, if they listen to my advice, it will help you. I keep saying it and I'll keep repeating it. If you take up boxing, it's going to make you a better man. It's going to make you stronger in a good way, more secure, more confident. That confidence that boxing is going to give you, the training, is going to translate and help you get a girlfriend. That's what helped me get a girlfriend years ago, when I was struggling to get a girlfriend because of my social anxiety and depression, because I was insecure growing up for most of my life, not all of my life, but most of my life. When I got into the world of boxing, I took up boxing because I loved boxing and I wanted to overcome bullying and be more confident and be a better person and not get into fights because people were starting on me. I didn't realize that the sparring and the training and being around strong, good men, good role models, it was toughening me up in the right way, and it gave me confidence, and I eventually could ask a woman out, and I did get a girlfriend. So there's no reason why any of you can't do that, which is again why I put the videos up. I've started noticing lately, which is a lovely thing, that a lot of women, I had a wave of it, are liking my videos. It's great, it's wonderful. So it's no reason why it can't help both. So yeah, guys, taking up boxing. And listen, I know why there's so much resistance. I had the same. You're gonna have to face your fears to go in the gym, but that's gonna be worth doing. So you need a motivation. So if you want to get a girlfriend, guys, that's a good motivation. If you don't have the confidence, and I'd say take up boxing. And I know it's a film, but there's a lot of truth in it. Rocky got a girlfriend because he was a boxer and he trained. He met Adrian. He fell in love. He became a better person. He made money. So it's all in the films. The truth is in lots of things, but sometimes people don't see it. They don't believe it's possible for them, which it is. And there's a lot of wonderful girls out there to date all of you, but if you don't take responsibility and you don't be kinder and work on yourself, then you're gonna sabotage your opportunities. You're gonna stop that from happening. Right, we're coming to the end of the stream. I'm going to do an hour today. An hour is going to be enough, so 5 more minutes. I'll say a couple more words. Appreciate everyone coming on. And again, appreciate everyone that came yesterday. Looking forward to the next event. Just to let you guys know as well, I've got the last weekend program of December for Christmas. It's the 17th and the 18th. I'm taking 4 students. One of my friends is going to book on an old client. That's 3 spaces left. If any of you are interested, send me an email if you want to apply for the program. That's great. Well done. Yeah, healthy diet, manual labor, hitting the gym. Well done. That's great. That will definitely help you a lot. So if anyone's interested in the Weekend Confidence program, which is to help guys to get a girlfriend and be honest with women, then let me know, and then I can get back to you and see if you're right for the program. So it's the simple things, but it takes courage if you want to overcome anxiety. So socializing, boxing, Tyson Fury's right. Set a long-term goal. You know, a goal that's going to take you between 1 to 5 years to achieve. That gives you a purpose. That gives you something to aim for. And then set small goals that will help you get towards the big goal. You know, it's just whatever your goal is, write it down on paper. Pray on it. I pray on it, or work at affirmations and start working on building your confidence. The quickest way to build your confidence is to face your fear. If you don't face your fears, then don't be surprised that you're not going to have confidence. So you've got to do that. And if you can't do it on your own, then you should invest in a coach. If I'm the right person, then apply for my coaching. If not me, have a look online, find a good mentor. Confidence comes from facing fear, difficult things, boxing, socializing, public speaking, traveling, improving your addictions, all these things. But on a scientific level, that's how you do it. You're not going to gain confidence by watching videos. That's not enough. You're not going to gain confidence by reading books. It's going to give you some inspiration. It's going to educate you. That's okay, but it's not enough. You're going to have to go out and socialize and face your social fears. And the more you do that, the more confidence you gain. And then, once you get to a certain point, you're not going to need me to keep telling you that, because you're going to be living it, doing it, and you're going to be a confident person. Right, so we'll end on that note. It's about 60 minutes now. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming to the stream. I'll see you in the next videos, and I'll see you at the events and the programs. All right, have a great day, guys.